welcome back to Bayou City Geeks, episode 29. I have no clever retort for that. With, as always, I'm your co-host, Bobby Behar, and with me is...
I have no clever retort either, but my name is Jason Elliott.
There we go. Alright, so we do have a bit to cover. We took in the 2 weeks that we've been away, we're trying to do this bi-monthly, so it's slow, but it's going. Okay, so, Marvel has released that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been dropped from its 2020 schedule.
I would say that that's the best thing that they could do. They do not have a director pinned down.
Not yet.
You know, a lot of the stars are very shaky on coming back. So, I mean, they better figure out what they need to do. And this is their first sign of real trouble.
Yeah.
You know, it seems that, DC is the one now kind of getting their shit together.
Well...
And Marvel's still a power.
Right.
No, let's not. But the thing is just that with this one particular movie... it seems to be on the fence, and, Batista's talked about not coming back. They've signed numerous petitions to bring him back, but he's not coming back. I mean, let's to bring back James Gunn.
And Gunn signed with WB?
Yeah,
he's
he's going to be doing a Suicide Squad movie. And,
yep.
The thing is, they got two releases, Shazam and Aquaman, that really look good.
Yeah, but they pushed back Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, what, 2020?
2020, and they moved up to the Terminator sequel from 2020 to 2019.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Warner Brothers knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, and you could have said, they didn't. I mean,
well, okay.
They're trying to right the wrongs.
They're trying to. So, we'll see, but they're having to reboot their entire schedule, or reboot their universe almost.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, the thing is...
With Cable, Affleck, we don't know what's going on with The Flash. It's supposed to be starting in pre-production next year.
This movie was supposed to be out a long time ago.
What, The Flash?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. I mean, the thing is, look, they need to either that or just let Grant Gustin...
Well, they lost...
They've lost, two directors?
They lost 3 directors.
Yeah.
They lost Flash's dad. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, Billy Crudup?
Billy Crudup.
Hey,
they lost Billy Crudup.
Who he was.
I know. But they lost Billy Crudup. They lost, I think, Iris West.
No, she's still on board.
Is she still on
Yeah,
board?
Kirstie
Okay.
Clemens.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still on board. What's his name? The Flash. Ira. No.
No.
Fuck.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, Ezra Miller. Shit. Ezra Miller. He's still on board. He still wants to do this. I want to see it.
I want to see it.
I want to see the Speed Force with a big budget.
I want to see Barry Allen.
Yeah.
We didn't. That was not Barry Allen. That was Wally West.
Yeah, kind of like the bumbling guy. And,
yeah.
The thing is, Barry Allen was more sure of himself. Wally West is kind of like the guy's like finding his footing. But I tell you, I mean, I want to see the Speed Force on the big screen.
Yeah, like a high budget. Yeah.
And really, they do have a lot to follow with this. It's a tough act that they're gonna have to follow because CW's Flash has just been phenomenal.
And we're gonna get to that in the TV section.
The whole mythology and whatnot.
Oh, they've done a great job.
Yeah.
They've done a great job. Let's see here. Joker has cast a young Bruce Wayne and Alfred. So we have Thomas, we have Alfred, we have a young Bruce, and a middle-aged Joker. So, granted, this isn't Elseworlds. This is going to be like Joker. Maybe this isn't the Joker that we know and love. This might be like Joker number 1. And then he inspires Joker that fights Bruce Wayne later on. But it looks really good. Let's see here. Avengers 4. We're getting some stuff. Like Gwyneth Paltrow, was that supposed to leak? Was that an accident?
I don't know, but she leaked it. Rescue. So.
Yeah, she's in the rescue armor. So that's awesome. We've got that Hawkeye is going to be maybe a TV show?
Maybe he's going to be training Kate Langford.
Yeah.
They've already cast a girl from 13 Reasons Why.
But she's not exactly... they haven't said who she is just yet.
Yeah.
So she could be Katie Bishop?
Yeah.
She could be Langford. She could be Scott...
Well, Bishop is Katie Bishop.
Katie Bishop.
But Langford was the actress's last name.
Right.
But
she could be Tony Stark's daughter. She could be...
Well, it does take place 5 years in the future.
Yeah, it does.
So,
it could be Scott Lang's daughter.
That's true.
I mean, we have so many people that she could be. It's so... and Kevin Feige did say that we will get a trailer...
By the end
of the year.
Yeah, so...
I'm guessing Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that seems to be either Thanksgiving or they're going to do like some, show the trailer during like a Christmas special or something like that just to drive up ratings.
Exactly. Speaking of Avengers 4, Frank Grillo has said that he is coming back as Crossbones in a flashback. in Avengers 4.
I think he kind of clarified that comment too. I didn't read the
It's
article.
a flashback.
Okay.
It's not. The snap doesn't bring him back. It's a flashback.
Okay.
So there's that, and then he also did drop the hint that the next Captain America will either be black or a female. So Falcon, maybe Sam Wilson does step up as,
Or it could be Emily Van Camp.
or it could be Emily. Yeah, it could be Van Camp, Agent 13. That'd be kind of cool because they that's the one problem I had with the Captain America trilogy. Out of all the trilogies, out of all the MCU films, the Captain America films have been my favorite.
Yeah.
Even over Guardians. I love that they had Sharon Carter in there, and that they did hint heavily in Civil War that they were kind of dating. But I wanted more out of that.
Yeah, and I think we deserve more out of that. And here's the thing: we may not even get the Falcon. We can have a young Avenger.
We could Patriot.
Yeah.
We could have Patriot. That'd be cool. I dig that.
And here's the thing: I would love to see if they're gonna do Patriot. Let's explore that lineage that was.
They have. Oh, I would love
Isaiah Bradley.
Red, White, and True.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, Isaiah Bradley. You know?
That'd actually be really cool. Because that'd be actually really good. Do the Young Avengers. Patriot.
Yeah.
We could have a new Hawkeye. We have Scott Lang's daughter as Goliath.
Yeah.
Or the new second Goliath.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, it's there. Just have to explore it. I mean,
Yeah.
Or here's the thing: they could possibly spin that off into a TV show.
Yeah.
Maybe that could, be something that they have for ABC or maybe even Freeform, Hulu,
Well,
or even
Jeff Loeb did say that there was talks of crossing over with Runaways and
that and the Runaways and
Cloak
Cloak
and
and Dagger. That, and here's the thing: the theme for second season is going to be homelessness.
Yes.
So Tandy is homeless pretty
Yep.
much. Tyrone not so much.
Not so much. I still need to finish Cloak and Dagger.
Okay, well the thing is you'll like it.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is that it would make sense because those two shows kind of tackle some of the same themes.
Exactly.
And,
And
you
the
got
Runaways
young-
right now are homeless.
Yeah.
Because their parents are trying to kill them.
Yeah.
I need Runaways to come back.
And speaking of Runaways, Kip Pardue may be job homeless after the allegation that came out against him. Sexual assault.
What?
Yeah. I didn't send this to you, but the thing is, he supposedly put his
Wait, which?
Kip Pardue Rules of Attraction. He was the one with Shannon Sossman.
I'd have to.
Kip Pardue's in Runaways, but
Hold on. Yeah, just you tell them what happened. I'm gonna look them
well,
up.
basically, folks, Kip Pardue crossed the line that you don't do when you're filming a sex scene.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
When you're filming a sex scene, it's all simulated.
Yes.
Okay, now the thing is, just because you're having sex with this person on screen doesn't mean that they want to, touch your private bits in real life. And so the thing is, he put her hand on his growing
Really?
area, and she was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, you're, just so hot or something like that. And she tells the story of that, and then she said he said come to my trailer or come to my dressing room, and he was masturbating in front of her. Now that part that he's denied. So now, I mean,
Well, you know what? Jumping on that onto HBO, where they have now an intimacy coordinator, which I saw Maggie Gyllenhaal on The View. Every now and then I watch The View, whatever, and she was talking about it. That we have stunt coordinators for anything. If you just fake punch me, you have a stunt coordinator going, okay, this is how you're going to do it. But the intimacy coordinator, we finally have it, when you're doing a sex scene, do you feel comfortable?
yeah.
Do you have, if you have any reservations, they called Maggie Gyllenhaal the night before, hey, do you still feel comfortable? And honestly, this should have been happening a long time ago. But it makes sense. If you're naked in front of someone, that is an ultimate, you are completely
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Pretty much you got it all hanging out, literally and figuratively.
Exactly. and you do have guys who try and take advantage of that.
Yeah. What's the name? I remember Chris Klein, who was on the Flash.
Yeah.
He even says oh yeah, I've been attracted to all my female co-stars. I'm like,
Yeah, you shouldn't say that.
yeah.
And I'll get into Chris Klein in a bit because he's the one attraction to the Flash. But no, it's just it's one of those things where you're how is this? When I was shooting the pilot for Geek Haven, I had a scene where it was just two guys, and I was gonna do a prank gag where the pants would fall as a montage, and one of the guys goes, I feel really uncomfortable doing that. I'm like, you know what? Done. Cut. Because the scene was still funny without it, and you didn't need that. I just thought it was pretty funny, but he felt uncomfortable.
Hey, you gotta go with your actors.
You have to go with the actors, and if a person feels I feel uncomfortable doing this, all right, cut. Let's talk. If you don't like it, you can always find a way around it. There's always a loophole.
Always.
So damn. Well, I mean, just kill off Kip Pardue and bring back.
They
Marster.
really haven't. I mean, they're investigating it, of course, and it's a he said she said type thing.
True.
So the thing is, apparently, I guess he apologized for like the growing thing, but he says that he denies the
other part.
Yeah.
The
So we'll have to see what happens.
The Louis C.K. part?
You know, I've actually met Kip Pardue, and when I was interning in L.A., and he was a cool dude. I mean,
Yeah.
he said, "Hey, you know, how you doing?" And you know, he shook my hand and whatnot. And you know, the thing is, you hope that shit like this doesn't go on. You know, even if the Me Too movement never happened. I mean, just hope that dudes have like respect.
But
I mean,
you know,
come on,
that
you gotta
they
be you gotta be professional. And of course, you know, in those days. You know, it was a lot of that shit going on. And that's why it's just now coming out now because now, you know, they get the voice, they get the power, you know, and
back then people didn't believe them. Today, like, oh, I believe that. Like, Harvey Weinstein totally believed that would happen.
Yeah, because the thing is he's, you know, admitted as such.
Exactly.
So.
All right, so jumping from that serious topic to another serious topic with the Pirates reboot for some reason without Johnny Depp, which I kind of agree that he needs to step away.
Well, the thing is he's played the character how many times?
6.
Yeah, so I mean, just let it go, dude.
I think they just need to let the franchise go for like a little bit.
Yeah, let it go for a little bit. But the thing is, a moneymaker's a moneymaker. They're going to try to milk it for all it's worth.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, is. But you know what? They find ways to reinvent that saga, and then he got the spin-off Hobbs.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Shaw.
True.
And the thing is, I've actually liked the later Fast and Furious movies better than the early ones.
That is true. But you have to. There's a definite. It's a 1980s action film now.
But the thing is, at some point, it does have to stop.
It has to stop. You gotta like take a break. You're like, all right, this is just insane. But it's the Deadpool writers are gonna be doing Pirates. So
it'll probably be irreverent. You know, it'll be funny.
Oh, it's gonna be irreverent. Gonna be funny. But it's still gonna be Disney. So well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I will give it a shot because those guys are funny as hell. Birds of Prey might not be the title. For Birds of Prey. I don't know what they're going to do with it yet. It might be Harley and the Girls. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
but it needs to be Birds of Prey.
Sirens, or
yeah. Actually, I would actually dig Gotham City Sirens. I would dig that. But so yeah, Birds of Prey, not the title. Labyrinth sequel has been greenlit. How do you do that without David Bowie?
Yes, I was about to say. You know, the dude. You know, the icon is dead.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they did a sequel to it, a direct sequel to it, which takes the baby brother as the lead character. And he fights against Jareth. It was a comic book. It's a little anime-style comic book.
Yeah, but still, you can do David Bowie in a comic book. That's fine. But you can't... You can't recreate David Bowie.
They should have done the sequel while he was still alive, I feel, if they're going to, do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
But the thing is, just like with Lance Guest, how do you do, a Last Starfighter sequel with Dan O'Harely, who played Grig, dead?
I don't know. You don't, or you...
Well, you can. You actually can. I mean, but the thing is, the two most charismatic characters in there, Centauri and Grig, are dead.
Yeah. And it's David Bowie.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can recreate that. I mean,
you can't. No, you can't.
And I tell you what, as much as I like Russell Brand, no,
it'd be different.
It would be different,
no,
or even Rami Malek.
Actually, Rami Malek has been getting a lot of praise for Freddie Mercury. Maybe, just gets, but Bowie is so charismatic.
Yeah, it's true. But Rami Malek, I mean, he disappears. I've been watching some of the clips that they've been showing.
Oh yeah,
he disappears in that role of Freddie Mercury, so he could. He could just be a new threat.
That's true. You don't need the Goblin King. You can have someone else.
Is Guillermo del Toro on this?
I have no idea. That'd
be cool. Well, you know what? He already made his Labyrinth with Pan's Labyrinth.
That's true. That is true. All right. So Spawn is open. Todd McFarlane is open to going to Netflix. Which, why not?
Yeah, but the thing is, do you think that? I think it'd just probably make more money if it's in the theaters.
I think they'd make their money back quicker on Netflix.
Possibly, because I mean the thing is because like you got the marketing and everything, and you got to get the theaters, and then you got to pay the theaters.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the thing
is,
Netflix
just added 7 million new subscribers, so you can pay.
That's true, and plus Will Smith did Bright for them.
Exactly,
and he was paid a lot of money too.
And Arrington, what's his name?
Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, Edgerton.
Yeah, Uncle Owen Lars from the prequels.
There we go. Yeah, he I forget that he was in there. Bright was a big budget, and Netflix wants to do
2
big budget films.
Yeah, I mean, well, hey, you know what? They throw money at a lot of things, but
A lot of money.
But they do make their money back. I mean, people subscribe to them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're getting like all these properties, but you know, I wish they'd stop canceling the Marvel stuff.
Well, when we get to TV, Marvel's in trouble.
Ugh.
All right, and then finally, let's see here. Kingsman 3 might have Brad Pitt and Rachel Weisz in the prequel era. I like that. We've already seen them handle World War II and World War I era stuff. And Kingsman 3 is supposed to be now and prequel. Or is it?
It's gonna have some flashbacks.
Yeah, gonna have flashbacks. So I think it'd be amazing.
But don't worry, you know, you will get to see Eggsy.
Oh yeah, you have to keep Eggsy. Which, by the way, he looks amazing as Elton John.
Yeah, he does.
He looks
Taron
amazing.
Egerton.
Yeah. Oh, he looks so good. Godzilla vs. King Kong has added Alexander Skarsgård in it. So that's
Stellan son.
That's gonna be amazing. It's just gonna be awesome. The original Justice League. We've talked ad nauseum about the fact that Warner Brothers completely fucked that movie up, and now we found out that they have messed up the original ending too. You want to have Darkseid and the
coming out at the end, and it was supposed to be part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
And they kind of just said, "Oh, well, it's not going to be that way,"
so
I think would have made that movie much better.
It would have been much better because you had a threat at the end, you would have had.
It was like Mortal Kombat 2 or Mortal Kombat, where you know the thing is they're all standing around, and all of a sudden you see the threat, and they're
Boom.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. We got to fight.
Well, it was gonna. You were supposed to have
A cliffhanger ending.
Darkseid during the battle of the Amazons.
Yeah. And
Then
replace it with Steppenwolf.
exactly, and then Steppenwolf was going to go back to Apocalypse, be killed by Darkseid, and then Darkseid would like open up the boom tube and jump to Earth, and then the heroes would be like, "Oh, bring it." And you know what? Warner Brothers would be dumb not to release the director's cut.
Now the only thing I'm afraid of, did they finish the effects?
No. Here's the thing, though. Who played Cyborg? I can't think of his name.
Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher said that everything that
They filmed it, but they just didn't finish it.
They didn't finish it. But honestly, you know what? I don't need to see all the special effects. You know, you can give me
animatics or even storyboards, maybe.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd be fine with that.
I think they did that with the original Doctor Who releases because you remember
They did.
They didn't save any of the videos; they just taped over.
Exactly. Well, and you did that with Richard Donner cut. I mean, you've had different director's cuts come out, so why not give us? You know, the fans would buy it.
Yeah, it's true.
Warner Brothers, I'd buy it. I'd buy it. Let's see here. Jumping back to the MCU, Kevin Feige did say that they are open to bringing into the universe Namor.
Yeah, but the thing is, his rights are all tied up with Universal, I believe. Now, see, the thing is, when I was...
Let's be real here. Let's be real quick. Disney be like, oh, I need another gem just by Universal.
Yeah. Or, you know, they just buy it outright. The thing is, my pick for Namor would be Dwayne Johnson. But the thing is, he's already kind of playing a character who's an anti-hero in Black Adam.
Luke Evans.
Yeah, Luke Evans. Or, you know, I'm going to go back here. Like, when I was in the 6th grade, I mean, I used to dream about, you know, who would play Namor. Pierce Brosnan would have made a great Namor.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan in the day would have been an amazing
the whole, especially just carrying himself as a regal person and very arrogant.
Oh, yeah. No,
he would have
been amazing as. But no, I'm going arrogance and granted,
Evans.
I'm not saying that he's this at all, but Luke Evans.
Yeah, he's got that attitude.
Exactly. Then finally, we love you, Luke. And then finally, the Boba Fett standalone movie is dead.
Good. I mean,
We didn't really need a Boba Fett movie, and
No.
the Mandalorian.
and let me tell you something. We didn't need a Boba Fett movie after what they did with him in Episode 2.
True.
I mean, they kind of took a... To me, I would have never have revealed his origin. I just did. It took the mystique away. Now you know he's a clone. He was the perfect clone. You know.
True.
And the thing is, it just it's like what Rob Zombie did with Michael Myers. Now they tried to go too much into his psyche, and I don't think that the first Halloween really worked. I mean, to me.
That's true. So there's movies. And now on the TV. This is the final season of Gotham. We got a full picture of Bane, and I don't like it.
Yeah, maybe he may not be in the final form yet.
The suit looks like it'll expand, so I get that, but it just looks bad. And this is from a show that has done the costumes nearly perfectly.
Yeah.
Like the Joker was looked great. Mr. Freeze looked amazing. Catwoman, the Penguin, the Riddler. They've done such a great job with all their suits, and now I'm like, this is your final season, and we get this. Really?
Maybe we have to see it in action. I don't know.
I don't
really like it either. I mean, when they said that Shane West was playing him, I'm just like, well, Shane West is like a thin guy. I mean, he's
Yeah, there's other character. He'd have been a really good Scarecrow.
yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. Okay, so on to Netflix real quick, and then we'll get into the CW because I've been digging the CW. Daredevil season 3 is supposed to take place before the snap. So okay, it makes sense. Sure, why not? But they say that social media is what caused Iron Fist and Luke Cage to be canceled, and it might cause Daredevil and Jessica Jones to be canceled. And I'm sorry,
Are they really that star for attention?
yes, they're that thirsty. It's stupid.
I don't get it, but the thing is, they need to release their viewing figures. I mean, start doing that, and maybe they could.
I mean, I marathoned Luke Cage season 2. It was awesome. I marathoned the fuck out of Daredevil. Every show that they come out, I marathon it. I do one posting on it, and then that's it. I don't need to post every goddamn minute I'm watching the show. Why? Because I have a life.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, it's not that crucial. I mean, well, it is.
Apparently to them it is,
Yeah.
but to us, it's like. The thing is, when I tell you I'm watching Daredevil, I'm not tweeting you. I'm texting hey, dude, I'm watching Daredevil 3. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we may get a few texts here and there, or just something like, hey, Daredevil season 3 was great, or enjoying it so far. And
Yeah, and that's it. I don't feel the need to because I also hate those guys that will post after every episode the spoilers. I wait until at least a month to we messed up last week doing that, but I at least wait a little bit to give people time to watch because not everyone has no weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
People are busy.
Yeah, they don't have time to tweet.
No.
And the only reason why people were tweeting so much about Luke Cage, it was the first, black superhero.
Yeah, the first season
that they did.
It was a bulletproof black man in a black hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Black Panther hadn't even come out yet.
Exactly.
So I mean, the thing is, that was their first black superhero that had his own show, and that they were really pushing.
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah, people are going to be tweeting about it, but now that the excitement has died down, I mean, yeah,
you get season 2. You're all right, cool. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's just stupid. It really is. All right. Going from Marvel to CW, I have been loving the CW shows. I'm actually Arrow has been kind of hooked again. They have a new showrunner, and they hooked me with that season 7.
I'm really liking Flash.
I love Flash.
Nora is very, very good.
Nora is a great kind of kick to the show.
Yeah, she's a very good
Spark. There we go.
Spark to it. Cisco was that spark, and he's kind of moved over. And then she comes in, and we're gonna get John Wesley Shipp for the Elseworlds back in the
90s. Yes.
And he's gonna be playing Barry Allen, of course. And I was reading an article this morning on IG.
Oh, is he playing Barry Allen?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And I was reading an article that because and they said that in the when he goes to the Speed Force, he saw John Wesley Shipp as the Flash.
Yes, you saw that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a little nod to the fans.
They said that's actually cool. So the thing is, they're talking about maybe Smallville could come in, because they're going to be on the Kent farm, and it's the same location that they use for Smallville.
Really?
Because they film it in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the thing is, that farm is there in Vancouver.
Man, if they bring Smallville back for an episode.
But here's the thing: this whole multiverse is really bringing about a lot of possibilities.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, maybe we can get Michael Rosenbaum back as Lex Luthor to to kind of help out the other Luthor that's coming in.
Oh, that'd be so good.
And then they haven't casted, by the way, for
They haven't cast yet.
And maybe we can get some other characters like another Green Arrow, or maybe even they can cross pollinate with Krypton.
Yeah.
And then what's the other? They have another. I think maybe even Gotham too.
That'd be amazing.
It would be a bit of a stretch because Gotham
stretch.
is kind of like in its own little world, and
Exactly.
they're trying to ground that in reality, but it's a possibility.
I mean, Arrow, the first season was just as grounded in reality as Gotham.
And now it's opened itself up.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, I would like to see,
I would love that.
if they even had Michael Keaton come back as Batman,
okay,
or like an older Batman, kind
that'd
of like
be
a nod
amazing,
to
but that
Dark Knight Strikes Again.
or
But-
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's funny that you say Batman Beyond, because Nora says Shway.
Which is from exactly from Batman Beyond.
So maybe she knows Terry?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
cool. And yeah, I mean, they have to work out
Well,
rights
it would make
issues.
sense that she knows Terry because 25 years in the future,
Yeah, he's about 17.
he'd be about 70, be the same age.
Yeah. So I see the possibilities
Yeah.
are still there.
Speaking on the Flash, Harrison Wells, Sherlock Wells, is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I cannot think of the character's name or the actor's name right now. Who plays him?
Oh, he looks like a dude in my gym. He was on the TV show Ed.
He was on Ed and he was on Scrubs. I can't think of it right now. You look it up. He does. I love that they keep Wells every time, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. Legends of Tomorrow has been great. I haven't watched Supergirl yet. Riverdale's been awesome. So CW is still kind of just like knocking it out of the park, and it is, what's his name?
No, Tom Cavanaugh.
Tom Cavanaugh. There we go. Damn it, I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cavanaugh is a great addition to that. Okay, so now on the Flash, Chris Klein is just a bad actor. Like, I'm sorry. Chris, I'm sorry. I loved you in American Pie.
He's a native Texan.
He's a native. Like, listen, I don't know the guy. I have nothing personally against him, but watching him act in The Flash is painful. It is absolutely painful.
Well, he only got. I mean, is he going to come back this season at all? I mean, because he got his powers dampened. So
I mean, yeah, he's supposed to be like the big bad for half the season. So, but it was just watching everyone else on that show act, especially when he was opposite Joe West.
oh boy, Jesse
L. Martin.
Jesse L. Martin.
Is
He's a trained
actor.
so-
Broadway. I mean, Law and Order. I'm sorry, that's where
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but it's just watching Martin versus Chris.
I think he
Klein.
kind of overdoes it a bit.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's like so labored, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, come on,
Yeah.
move it on.
Oh, yeah, we can go back to playing Charlie in the Street Fighter movie.
That's okay. Titans. I haven't watched it yet because I don't have DC live yet. But
I did watch it. I watched the first episode, and it's not as bad as people were thinking it was going to be. I mean, Robin, the whole fuck Batman thing, it's really taken out of context, and the trailer did not really give that line justice, because when he says like, hey, where's Batman? He goes and beats up the guys, and then like afterwards he's like, fuck Batman. So it's really, it's like, he's like, okay, you want Batman? Batman, I'll show you what I can do.
Right.
He's like, well, fuck Batman,
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
We did get confirmation that season 2 will add an LGBTQ character, and there are tons to pick from. So
I believe they're adding a transgender character for Supergirl, right?
yes,
Yeah.
and the actress or actor is actually transgender.
It's actually a transgender.
So it's the actress. I'm sorry, she was a man, went to a woman. So the actress is actually transgender. So that's
that's good, man.
fantastic.
I think she's playing a superhero, right?
Yes, CW is
Forward thinking.
so forward thinking. And what's funny is the comment section, like, I don't need to. I'm like, if you don't want to watch that, don't watch CW.
Well, the whole thing about the Ruby Rose quote unquote controversy, and the thing is, look, I mean, she kind of throws it out there without really saying it.
Exactly.
That she is, or guess, gay or bi.
I think she is lesbian. But here's the thing, like, it's like saying, is Billy Eichner,
Mm-hmm.
like, is he gay? Yeah. Which, by the way, he's amazing in the American Horror Story films or shows.
Yeah, and he has got his own show where he walks around the street with celebrities.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just love him from Parks and Recreation. Such a hilarious dude.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, nobody has to come out and tell you like, oh, I'm gay or I'm bi or I'm straight or whatever. I mean, it's nobody's business but their own.
True. No, though it does help. Well, I think people get mad at Ruby Rose because she hasn't come out and said, I'm like, what? If she wants to, she will. It's
But
not.
it's not like she's hiding anything.
No, it's not hiding. She's dating a female.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like, you don't out people. People come out on their own.
And I guess they may be pulling a Gotham Central in, like
I
with
think
Ned
so.
Montoya. Yeah.
Exactly. So let's see here. I do want to watch the Harley Quinn animated series. That looks really good. Alan Tudyk is playing the Joker.
Kaylee Cuoco as Harley.
Yep. So and I'm watching the trailer for it. She sounds really good. Let's see here. Speaking of animation, Rick and Morty writers are doing a Star Trek animated series.
It's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be Star Trek Lower Bridges, and it's gonna be like the unimportant ships, the unimportant levels on the Enterprise.
Yeah, the decks. Yeah.
Yeah. Lower Decks. There we go. Star Trek Lower Decks, and it's gonna be like all the unimportant people. So that should be really, really funny. I watched. So hopefully, I'm gonna try and get this done today or by Halloween. So like, The Haunting of Hill House is absolutely amazing.
I've heard it is.
I haven't watched Sabrina yet because my girlfriend.
I've watched Sabrina.
How's Sabrina?
Sabrina's very good. They reference Riverdale.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Are you watching Riverdale right now?
I have now picked up the new season yet.
Okay, so the new season is very
Macabre.
And it's like dealing with like goblins. Like, you know, there's like a game where like they're worshiping like the Goblin King, and everything that they're doing, I'm like, oh, they're just setting up for Sabrina.
Yeah, a crossover.
They're just setting up for the crossover, which gives Sabrina season 1, let her get her feet wet, and then boom, season 2, we will see crossover with.
And I think that's what they did so brilliantly with Black Lightning. They didn't really push it into it. But.
Exactly. All right, so that's TV. Shoot, I got 2 more things. Adam Scott has been cast for the Twilight Zone, and they're remaking 40,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, Terror at
40,000 feet.
30,000 feet, yeah.
There's going to be 40,000 feet now.
Oh, really?
They're going higher.
Okay.
And he will be seeing the demon on the plane.
Which was so brilliantly parodied by The Simpsons in their
Yes.
Treehouse of Horror episode.
The Treehouse of Horrors have always been like my favorite.
Yeah.
Speaking of The Simpsons, Apu is gone. Apu Nahasapina Petalon is being written out of the show.
And Hank Azaria has even said, I'd be okay if they, got him out of there. And, Apu was to Indian people what Long Duk Dong was for Asians.
Exactly.
I mean, this stereotype that was, viewed as negative. I mean, even though, he, had some positive, traits, the thing is, it's like they associate, Indians with owning convenience stores.
Exactly.
And 7-Elevens and all that shit.
And the racial slur for Indians and Pakistanis, what became Apu.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're using a wonderful character. Now, the story also is that Fox was very upset at how The Simpsons handled the controversy.
Well, how did they handle it?
It was Marge telling Lisa, there were certain things that happened in the past that back then were harmless, but today, are harmful. But maybe we should remember that they used to be harmless. And it's like that's not the issue, because there are things that. Let's just say, white people have done to black people, and what they've called them.
Black or wearing blackface. And the whole Megyn Kelly thing. That's another conversation
thing.
For another time.
But Apu and Simpsons even said can you we're willing to do a new voice, give him a new storyline, and Fox said no, he's got to go, and they said all right, so they're not going to do anything with him, they're just going to stop using him.
Kind of like what they did with Troy McClure.
Miss Krabappel, which. Now I'm like, well, okay, Apu's gone. What happened to his wife's name? Crap, Manjula.
Oh yeah,
Manjula and their 8 kids.
I guess
just gone. Yeah. But I loved Apu, and so we have 27 years of Apu. We can.
Yeah, that show's been on forever. I think
all that matters, you could literally have just canceled the show, and I'm like, oh, okay. Although I still marathon The Simpsons, so we might have talked. All right, so that's TV. On to action figures and games. So Spider-Man: The Heist. I downloaded the City That Never Sleeps. The heist is fun. Very quick.
Yeah, it looked.
It's $25 for all 3 DLCs. It is funny though, because the way that Black Cat gets Spider-Man to help her. Is she keeps saying I had a son, I have a son, I have a son. Spider-Man's like, how old's your son? And so he thinks the whole time that he's like the dad to Black. So now Mary Jane's like, oh, how close were you two? He's like, well, we weren't dating.
And he kind of never answers her at first, you know.
He's just like, well, hey, I gotta go. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean,
Different enemy types, too.
It's different enemy types. Let's see, because you're dealing with the mob now.
Hammerhead.
And Hammerhead, which is cool. $25 divided by 3, that's what, like $8.25 pretty much. So like $8 for like the game is not bad at all. No. It's a fun game, and it helped me.
And their expansion packs.
And their expansion packs, and it helped me get 2 more Spider-Man suits. So I'm happy with that. I upgraded my Spidey a bit, and I learned how to take pictures on there. So
yeah, and you know, Red Dead Redemption, you know, came out too.
Yeah,
broke a lot of records.
Broke every record.
$725 million in a 3-day week.
Jesus,
that's a lot more than probably 3, 4, 10 times what movies make.
It said it was the biggest opening
for entertainment.
Rockstar
is doing something right. I mean, despite all the reports of, you know, it being a toxic environment,
like,
they're doing something right.
Yeah, they pretty much, like, you know, have the people like in the basements like whipping them. Work, make game. I want to see the birth of my child.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to see the birth of my child. You will see video of him when he's 5. Make the game.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, whatever's going on. I mean, they're the #1 company right now. I mean, they make games and everybody buys them. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto 5 actually had like $1 billion in one 3-day weekend.
The sad thing is that this type of opening will show Rockstar, oh, it's okay what we do.
Yeah.
As long as we make the money.
Side.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? Single player experience.
Oh yeah, no. I'm when I can, I'm gonna get it.
But I'm just saying, though. I mean, it's another win for the single player.
Oh yeah.
You know, the thing is, so many
like people like me. I don't play online.
I don't really play online either, unless it's like a fighting game or something like that, or a game that I can play with other people. But the thing is, it's like, you know, people were talking about like how, you know, the single player game was dead and all this kind of stuff. But I'm like, have you guys played Uncharted 4, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not dead. You just have to execute them properly.
Exactly.
And you know, a lot of things does go into online because you have to. You know, for the budgets that they have on these games, you got to get some type of replay value out of them. And
it's very true.
You got to make their money back. You know, that's why Call of Duty, you know, came out with the expansion packs, and then when they started, you know, when the online play got, you know, bigger and better, they started doing the Call of Duty Zombies and the map packs and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, you have to get some type of replayability with this, and you know, hey, I'm happy for them. You know, just you know, we haven't played it yet.
No, but. You know, as soon as it's one of us, because I'm not selling Spider-Man.
Yeah, we will, but, you know, it'll probably be, you know, in the conversation for Game of the Year here at Bayou City Geeks.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd say right now the leading contender is Spider-Man, followed by God of War, but, of course, that could change.
Exactly, yeah. Going from games to comics, in Superman and Lois Lane are taking a break.
This is kind of mirroring what happened in like the mid-90s when they broke up.
Yeah, like Lois wants to focus on herself.
Realistic career.
Yeah.
The son is like kind of going off with his grandfather to explore his Kryptonian heritage. So there's a lot of things going on. Good development. I mean, Superman can kind of be on his own, you know, and Lois can be on.
But they said they're not going to get a divorce. They will stay together. It's just they're going to take a break, and some marriages take a break and come back stronger, which I think that'll happen with Superman and Batman. Yeah. And let's see here. X-Men. We got a new Juggernaut.
Origin.
So it's kind of retconned.
Yeah. So it's not really the gem that gives him his power. It does amplify him, but it's his rage.
It's his rage.
Deep-seated rage from childhood.
When he was scared.
Yeah. So the thing is,
you
know, it's kind of like with Mike Tyson. You know, I remember seeing that documentary on him. He said, like, you know, he got picked on, you know, and then that just pissed him off. And he said, like, you know, from that point forward, nobody's ever going to pick on him again.
Exactly.
And so with Kane, you know, his father and his family, you know, were abusive towards him.
Yep.
You know, and the thing is, and he kind of lashed out of Charles.
Yeah, because Charles had a loving family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, you know, they're stepbrothers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, you know, and, you know, he had a loving family, and here he is. He was jealous of him.
Yeah. So he fuels the rage. He beats the shit out of Sidorak, and Sidorak like, I love this. Good for you. You know, because he was questioning, like, you know, you've been a hero, you lost to unworthy Thor, you lose all the time. You're supposed to be like destroying the earth for me.
Yeah.
So now, but then we also found out that there are 8 altogether gems of Sidorak, and Juggernaut wants to collect all 8 and then beat Cedric's ass.
Well, it's more. I guess we get Infinity War all over again. Another Thanos. So,
Pretty much.
I'd like to see that. I mean, it makes him kind of a layered character. You know, he even slept with She-Hulk.
Yes, he did.
I remember that.
Yes, he did. All right, so we also finally got the PlayStation Classic game list. Thank you. It is Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7,
It'll
Grand
tide
Theft
us
Auto.
over. You know, and Final Fantasy 7 is going to tide us over to the remake.
Exactly. Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Dweller, Oddworld's Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil's Director's Cut, Revelations Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, and Wild Arms.
A lot of classics.
There's a lot of classics, but it's not enough. Like, I loved Siphon Filter.
Kind
But
of like a little Splinter Cell-ish.
yeah, but it's not enough to make me rush out and buy it.
No. And there's going to be no updates either. So what you see is what you get with
Yeah,
that.
much like the other NES classics. I'm not rushing out to get it.
Me either. I mean, the thing is, I think, you know, just save your money and...
Yeah, I mean, you don't have Tomb Raider or Crash Bandicoot.
yeah, I was about to say Crash Bandicoot. I mean, at least you do have Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid and Tekken and Grand Theft Auto the original. I mean, there is enough on there.
Battle Arena Toshinden, which is a big, you know, I think there was like part 2 with that. I think it was like 2 of them. But I remember I had the first one with my PlayStation came with, was the first Battle Arena Toshinden. It was a damn good game, but, you know, some questionable ones in there.
The Super Puzzle Fighter 2
Yeah, I didn't think that was
Turbo.
there's like a hit. I didn't think that was like a really big game.
I didn't
I'm
think
sure
so
they could
either.
have gotten Crash Bandicoot.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe there was some licensing issues that they had.
Possibly.
But,
you know, they're made by Naughty Dog.
oh, that's right, it is.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of wondering, like, well, you know, hey, the Uncharted series did gangbusters for you. Why couldn't you get that?
I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's not enough for me to buy it.
No.
So that's that. I mean, if that's your bag, then go get it. You know, and let us know what you think of it. That's really it. It was a quick episode. Thank God, 'cause I have to edit this. So that's really it. Do you want to just add on off the top rope at the end of this one, because there's already stuff we're talking about?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna just add on episode 4 of Off the Top Rope onto the end of this episode, starting now.
Well, welcome to Off the Top Rope. I'm Jason Elliott, and I'm joined here by Robert Behar, beautiful Bobby.
Again. I love that nickname. All right, so, Jason.
Crown Jewel is happening.
It's happening.
Come hell or high water. Now, John Cena and Daniel Bryan said they're out.
They are out, yes.
Bobby Lashley will replace John Cena. They haven't said who's going to replace Daniel Bryan. And I was looking forward to this match here because he's going to go up against AJ Styles, who's just a consummate pro in every shape of the way. But you know, I can see why. I mean, I wouldn't feel safe there either.
Well, it's not even that, but like you are saying that a human life has a price. You don't give a shit. And I mean, Stephanie McMahon pretty much said like, this is business. I'm like, you don't do business with the mob.
And they say that like Vince was like, well, I really didn't have a say in the matter, and I'm just like, dude, you're the fucking CEO, owner of this place, you can do it.
I'm sure they like Norman Osborn him and had like a board, and it's like, where you want to go, and he's like, well, okay, whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, they already spent a lot of money, and they stood to lose $16 million.
But still, for the WWE, I kind of figure that $16 million, it's not chump change, but it's not
something to where they'd have to worry about it, because I mean, they do numerous overseas tours that do very, very big numbers.
And this could be a PR hit for wrestling because
John Oliver is taking it to task.
Yeah,
I saw the episode.
Yeah, he showed that the Undertaker was saying, talking it up, and the crowd was booing him. You don't boo the Undertaker.
No, he's royalty.
He's royalty, but
the thing is, in this situation, you do. I mean, I don't know, man. The thing is, we'll have to see. I mean, will I watch it? Probably. I mean, I didn't really watch the other thing that they did overseas.
Right. Will I watch it? No, but
the Evolution pay-per-view was very good. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair stole the show. So any type of reservations that anybody's ever had with Charlotte Flair,
yeah, Gone?
Gone. I mean,
Okay.
the thing is, I always knew she was a really good athlete. I watched her in NXT
Right.
against Natalia. I mean, she did well there.
When your dad is Ric Flair.
Well, it's a tough act to follow because let me tell you something. Both of her brothers tried their hand at wrestling.
That's true.
David Flair was in WCW, and he had like this little crazy gimmick with Daphne, and it didn't go anywhere. He came over to WWE and he fizzled out.
Yeah,
in the
and that
Invasion Rumble.
happens. That happens.
Yeah, I mean now he's like things like a state trooper. So
Oh, okay.
Reed Flair, he was down in the developmental system and died. So
It's just, wrestling the wrestling dynasties have such a haunting past.
especially with the Von Erichs.
Especially the Von Erichs. Jesus.
Oh boy.
I mean, with the Von Erichs, the Harts.
Yeah, you have some dynasties that have thrived and some of them that haven't. I mean, the thing is, we talk about the Von Erichs. I remember when I was in Dallas, I mean, it was like, a few group of wrestling fans who were older, I used to talk about, oh man, the Sportatorium and this and that. And I was like, yeah, I remember watching it too, as a little kid. And,
Yeah.
and then hearing about, reading all the wrestling, magazines and just, watching all the, like A Current Affair.
Yeah.
Was really the one that really chronicled that.
Current Affair
the
was
fall.
like TMC, yeah.
TMZ, yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
back in the 80s. But I had a TV tray, and it had Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Big Boss Man, and Red Tornado.
Oh, Texas Tornado?
Texas Tornado.
Yes. And I remember, the thing is, he just, Kerry Von Erich was the favorite of
Yeah.
Fritz Von Erich.
Mm-hmm.
And he just could not get it together. And, the thing is, he, had the what do you call that? He was in trouble. He had a foot problem. He lost his foot in a motorcycle accident. And, he just couldn't get off drugs.
Yeah.
So the thing is, what did it in for him was that he was going to go to jail for forging prescriptions. And he, was so embarrassed about it, he just took his own life.
Yeah, he went out to the farm and killed himself. Yeah, the Von Erichs is like, Jesus. I mean, and then you had like Road Dogg's son. No, not Road Dogg. Jared Lawler's son.
Yeah. And Brian Christopher,
Yeah.
met him too. Great guy, great friendly guy. I mean, he and I talked wrestling, and I talked, about his. I think he was doing some shows up in Memphis, I believe.
Yeah.
He and Rikishi, were doing some shows together.
Really?
I think they were doing like a Too Cool reunion
That'd be
with
cool.
Scotty Too Hotty,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, it's just like where you kind of think, where does it all go wrong?
Well, on that note, Hulk Hogan did come out and say that he goes, yeah, I did play politics. And that's where I think that gets hurt when you are coming up in the system and you don't have a mentor.
Well, you don't have a mentor, and also it's all about sometimes like if somebody doesn't like you,
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting pushed, or if you're friends with this person or the right person. That's how Sheamus was able to win the WWE title, in such a short time. Triple H's workout partner. So the thing is,
That makes sense.
that does play, who
And then,
know.
yeah, and then he tried like kind of like throwing shade on like The Rock and Stone Cold, and I'm like, okay, first off, The Rock can act.
And he's a bigger movie star than you'll ever be.
Exactly. And Stone Cold had to retire because his neck was broken because of Owen Wilson. No, not Owen Wilson, Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
But you know what? It was kind of karma for Stone Cold because he messed up Masahiro Chono's neck over in Japan.
Did he really?
Yeah, so it was karma coming back.
True.
I mean, if you want to look at it that way.
Owen Hart also was notorious for doing tombstones wrong.
Yeah, and the thing is, when SummerSlam '97 was
Yeah.
where he really messed him up, and if you really look at it, I mean, he's got his head sticking out,
Like
and he jumps up. I mean,
yeah.
oh boy.
You're supposed to just like fall down and put the head in like the middle of the thigh,
Yeah.
and like the head sticking out, and he like jumps up and is like, "Fuck, dude."
Yeah, and he had to crawl on his forearms, and I mean, you said, I didn't think, Owen was really that funny anymore because he didn't even go and visit him in the hospital.
Yeah. So, I mean, and are we really shocked that Hogan played politics? No.
You know what? As a little kid, yes. I mean, because you hear a lot of bad things about him. Like, wow, that's Hogan, and then like all of a sudden, I started catching wind of it because you have to notice. I mean, he was just like a big figurehead. I mean, he didn't want to wrestle Vader all that much. I don't think he really wanted to do business with Arn Anderson. I mean,
Well, as a kid, you're like, oh, because you like kind of like hero worship these people,
yeah.
and then you become an adult, you're like, oh,
And
he's
then,
an asshole.
yeah, and then you kind of, and not that the internet is always true, but you hear it. Now, if you look back at his match with Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 2005, Shawn is flipping around like a fish out of water. And the reason why he did that is because Hogan played politics to win. See, the thing is, there was supposed to be another match between the two. And it never happened because, Hogan had to get his way.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I didn't really like the match at all, but, it is what it is.
Well,
he admits to it.
What was the, that was the Bret Hart, what the screw job, the Montreal screw job.
Yeah, Montreal screw job, 97. Yeah, and, Hogan was supposed to wrestle Bret Hart at SummerSlam 93.
Really?
They had the posters made and everything. You're supposed to pass the torch to him, but never happened.
Speaking of, let's see here, what else? Oh,
Roman Reigns.
well, not Roman, we'll end on that one. Jericho and Jim Ross are in talks to do a new
wrestling promotion. Their agent Barry Bloom, they're working with him to try and get a new promotion off the ground, and that could take a lot of the Ring of Honor New Japan talent too. I'm eager to see. Jericho is always such a forward-thinking guy.
Yeah, I like Jericho. Actually,
constantly reinvents himself.
My buddy Travis with God Hates Geeks is on his cruise right now.
Really?
Yeah, and he's sending me pictures. And
Jericho. He married. I think he married a couple.
Did he really?
Yeah. But I wanted to go on the Jericho cruise because there's probably some awesome matches there.
Oh yeah, he's saying it's like phenomenal. And here, like for me, Jericho, I'm still thinking like Y2J.
Yeah, I remember him even before that. I remember on the Spanish channel when he's Corazon de Leon back in '93.
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, and so the thing is also, when he came to WCW and he was the villain. I remember he was a face. He was an okay face. But when he became a heel was when he was at his very best.
Especially, and same with WWE. Like,
oh yeah,
he was so good.
But his battle with Stephanie McMahon when he's calling her a brutal, bottom-feeding, dirty trash bag hoe. That was pretty awesome. And then winning the belt, from The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night. That's awesome. One of my favorites growing up, and hey, I hope this thing works. JR always cool and professional when I meet him.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm eager to see. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan right now because now you have options. WWE may be number one, but you also have a lot of alternatives.
Yeah,
New Japan, Ring of Honor, Chikara, PWG.
Well, it's like Netflix, and then you have Amazon, Hulu, everything.
You got all these offshoots.
Yeah.
And plus you do need variety, or else the industry could collapse. Which,
it has almost happened before. You see that link where it was. We were right. McMahon does favor the Attitude Era guys. It's just. He's married. He's one of the guys married into his family. So
yeah, and the thing is, that was the biggest period for him.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. You had like Stone Cold jerseys in sporting goods stores.
Well, and also people who hadn't watched wrestling in years, or who had never watched it. Casual.
It brought me back.
Yeah, casual fans.
Yeah.
Were even just like kind of watching it, or even people who didn't even like wrestling. They see The Rock and he's a penny dropper.
Yeah. Well, I watched him when I was a kid, like Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and all those guys, and then I stopped.
Probably in the mid '90s when the whole steroid trial went on.
Yeah, like I just stopped watching it, and then in high school, all my friends were watching wrestling. I'm like, really, wrestling? And they're like, oh, dude, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
I would watch it all. I became more of a casual viewer in like 93, 94, 95, 96, and then 97 was really when I picked back up.
Same here. And then finally, Roman Reigns, the reigning champion.
He has leukemia. He's been battling it for 11 years. And for as much shit as people give him on the internet, this is something you can't give him shit for. I don't even want to hear anybody saying good riddance or good or and everything.
Has anyone said that?
Well, no, but the thing is, it's kind of like, a lot of people shit on Roman Reigns because, he has been shoved down our throats, as the guy.
Right.
And the thing is, I feel that he can become the guy, but it's all an execution to how you become the guy.
Gotcha.
And the thing is, these scripted promos, which don't do anything for him, let the man's personality shine.
Yeah.
The thing is, just and then they heavily script him. So the thing is, what they need to do is just get bullet points for him, and then you can go from there. That's how they used to do it. And just be organic with it. And it's like now it's like you have to follow. Yeah. No, like Piper.
Exactly.
And maybe Flair too. But
and Macho Man and Hogan.
But just have a guideline for him.
It's true. Well, and watching when he went backstage and like everyone was there. Who was it? Brian, who's the guy who was supposed to fight?
Braun Strowman?
Braun Strowman, yeah. He was back there, and he was like, hugging him, like, listen, you need anything.
Yeah.
And then, like,
And there's an outpouring of support for him. I mean, the Usos, you know, whose Uncle Eki, who was Umaga, lived here. You know,
Really?
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers live here in Houston.
it's true, they really do.
And, you know, they gave a tribute to him, like when they all took a picture together, them as kids.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they're all like around the same, born the same year, too.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's it for wrestling, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, that's Off the Top Rope. This is his show. I'm the guest, and back to Bayou City Geeks. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram,
And especially YouTube.
YouTube. I love people. Get us on YouTube. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything else at all? I'm looking around the massive. Oh! Texans have a new wide receiver.
Yes, yes.
Welcome, Demaryius Thomas.
Hey, from the Denver Broncos. And we played the Denver Broncos
I know.
this Sunday.
Yes, we do.
So the thing is, it could be a revenge game. And a lot of his teammates are upset. You know, Von Miller and, you know.
I'm sure. So, this week in NFL, the NFL trade deadline happened this week, and there were a ton, like Golden Tate's now with the Eagles. Clinton
That's
Dix.
it, good.
Clinton Dix is with Washington now,
Oh, and we got to play them, too.
and we got to play them. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So, there's a few other trades. Like the Jacksonville Jags traded their defensive tackle away.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. Because the deadline was today, you know, and.
Well, it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, Ty Montgomery is
Yeah.
gone.
Well, he was disgruntled anyway.
He was disgruntled. So it'll be interesting to see how Thomas, because he's already like on his way to Houston now. Because
Yeah.
he has to
Take
jump.
physical and all that.
He has to take the physical, and he has to jump into practice tomorrow or Wednesday.
Well, hey, man, no rest for the weary. I mean, this is what happens in sports, man. You know,
It's true.
Quick turnaround. And also, well, baseball season is now over. Our Astros did not repeat. I mean,
Although we are 6-1 odds to win next year.
yeah, I mean, so, hey, we're right up there, coming back strong in 2019. Actually, this World Series hit a 4-year low for ratings. You know, and what...
I didn't watch a single outing.
I did. I had a date on Sunday, and you know, I was watching the final game.
Yeah.
And everything. You know, they want to talk so much about the Astros using pine tar. They were the ones using pine tar.
Of course they were.
Because the thing is, when David Price does this, you can see the shirt sticking to his hand.
Exactly.
And you know, not to make excuses, because I mean, the Red Sox are a good team.
They are. They're a very good team.
And it's like you have in the ALCS, you had two great teams going up against each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like Goliath versus Goliath, which is what happened last year in the World Series with us and the Dodgers. And so, you know, the thing is,
The Dodgers.
so much has to go right. Mm-hmm. You know, to
That's
even
true.
win a championship, to win a playoff series, to even win a game.
It's true.
You know, and the thing is, things just went their way. I mean, we went in banged up. You know, Altuve's had surgery on his knee.
He had, like the day after we lost, he was in surgery.
Yeah, detached patella. I mean,
That's what it was?
torn ligament. It was
Ooh.
a torn ligament that connects to the patella. And the thing is, you know, Carlos Correa still had the back issues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he said it even hurt him to walk. But I mean, he did kind of heat up in that series, though. But I mean, he wasn't in his all-star form.
No.
And you know, the thing is, tired arms. I mean, Charlie Morton, you know, had the shoulder injuries.
Morton was
so.
hurt. Keuchel wasn't Keuchel. I mean,
Well, actually, you know what? Keuchel did pitch a good inning. He was just taken out too soon. And you know, now we have 6 Astros that are now free agents. So they've already sent a qualifying offer to Dallas Keuchel in the form of $17.9 million. He made $13 million this past season. They haven't extended one to Marwin. He made $5 million, which is a bargain. And he's with Scott Boras. So you know Scott Boras is going to try to get a huge payday. Altuve and Keuchel are both with him also, in addition.
Yes.
So the thing is, we have to wonder, I mean, is Marwin, I mean, because he's already come out
the
on
Indians
Instagram.
And the Indians have already are already like talking to him.
Yeah, so the thing is, he could go to our rival. I mean,
That would suck.
this is just the nature of sports.
Yeah, it is.
And,
It is.
you know, and the thing is, hey, Astros, we're going to come back strong in 2019. We still got the core group.
We do.
You know, rest, relaxation.
We're still favorites.
Yeah.
Top.
Hey, rest, relaxation, dude, come back strong.
Exactly.
We have some great prospects, you know, namely Forrest Whitley.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
No,
who's a-
the Astros, yeah, no. Astros look good. Rockets are injured.
They're not doing so well right now, and they're trying to swing a blockbuster deal for Jimmy Butler now.
4 first picks.
And Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon is like the piece. They wanted PJ Tucker, but now they said Gordon is mandatory if they're going to make that deal.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll see about that. All right.
Well, don't trade PJ Tucker because he plays defense.
That's
but,
true.
You know, the thing is, we're not doing so hot. But hey, sports, young. You know, it's a young season so far. We're
only like what 7 games in.
Yes,
so
5-6 games. In,
yeah. So everyone just calm down. Don't worry. Okay, so that's that. Real quick, I'm gonna try and get this up on Halloween. Top 5 Halloween films.
So you're talking horror movies?
Horror films.
Okay, I gotta say Halloween, 1978. Not that Rob Zombie shit.
Okay.
Sorry, Rob. I love your music, but
Okay.
but anyway, Dawn of the Dead, the 1978 version.
Okay.
Even though Zack Snyder, I do like him.
He's good.
I mean,
Yeah.
George Romero's is better.
Okay.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, number 3.
Okay.
Day of the Dead, another Romero.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go. Let me see. I'm gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Round out that top 5.
All right. Mine are in no order. Halloween from '78. The Omen. The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's another movie that just like? It didn't scare me, but I love it. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead's a great film. And then for my fifth like scary movie is always tough, but damn, for the one that kind of like always like Scream. Scream was a great.
It ushered in the slasher genre for a new decade.
Exactly.
And for a new generation.
It was like for me it was like my version of Halloween. Like it wasn't like it's not overly scary. However,
and has a killer with an iconic mask.
it does. And when the movie ended, I like locked all the doors in the house. I was in high school and I was scared shitless because I watched it at like 4 a.m. So I was like, all right, well, the house is locked up.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming in here. But it was also like Kevin Williamson, kills off Drew Barrymore within the first 5 minutes. And this is Drew, like the top of a Drew.
And it has a little psycho edge to it. Because you think Drew Barrymore is like, the starring role.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gave her comeback.
Exactly. Like, it was just like, you could put Psycho in that spot. You could put The Birds in that spot.
No, he has some iconic films.
You do have, there's a bunch of films that you could put in that 5th spot. But Scream, the first one, was such a good reintroduction to the classic horror films.
Yeah, because the thing is, they were dead at that point.
They were.
You
had like Leprechaun 5 and, in the ghetto, and you had like...
well, that one came later on, but, because I teased one of the stars about it at Comic-Con. But, the dude who played Mayweather on Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the black guy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he was in Leprechaun the Hood. And, let me see. Yeah, it was a really good movie. Now, the sequels...
They got worse, so they went on. But
yeah, Scream 4 wasn't too bad, but...
the first one was...
Yeah, the first one was that introduction, and it got very meta.
Mm-hmm.
Because, they said, the rules of horror movies, and...
They followed
followed to a T.
It was meta before meta was a thing.
Yeah, and the thing is, Kevin Williamson, who would have his hand in Halloween H2O.
Yep, and Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, and the thing is, I watched Halloween H2O last night, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in it.
Oh,
And, he played Jimmy. And the thing is, it has a typical Kevin Williamson opening. Because you think that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to be like a main character.
Oh, and he gets...
Yeah, and they have like a guy who's recognizable getting killed off.
Yeah. which is a great not Psycho.
Yeah. Janet Leigh. Janet Leigh was also in the movie too.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. Okay, so that's my top 5. Next episode, we will talk about... we'll be getting into Thanksgiving soon, so I'll go on my yearly rant on why I hate Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving.
But guys, have a happy, safe Halloween. Happy trick-or-treating, partying. If you do it, drink responsibly and party responsibly, please. And, hey, just have fun, watch scary movies, eat some popcorn, and cuddle, next to your loved one and lock all the doors.
There you go. With that, see you in the funny papers.